Not every monster growls. Some smile. They don't enter your life like an enemy. They enter like a gift. They walk in with charm, with intensity, with that energy that feels like destiny. And when you finally realize what's happening, you're already apologizing for things you never did. You're already doubting your memory. You're already changing your personality just to keep someone happy. And the worst part, you call it love. You call it friendship. You call it fate. But it's not. It's narcissism. And here's what most people don't understand. There isn't just one narcissist. There are 4 types, 4 masks, 4 manipulation styles, 4 different poisons. Today, I'm going to show you the 4 types of narcissists. And in the middle of this video, I'll give you a practical manual. How to identify them quickly. How to test them without being obvious. How to break their control. And how to reclaim your mind. Because with narcissists, there's no middle. You either learn or you become fuel. Subscribe. This channel doesn't teach comfort. It teaches psychological power. What a narcissist really is. Before the types, you need the core truth. A narcissist doesn't want a relationship. They want a mirror. They don't want love. They want validation. They don't want partnership. They want advantage. A narcissist runs on invisible fuel. Psychologists call narcissistic supply. Attention, admiration, status, significance. And when admiration isn't enough, they feed on something darker. Fear, guilt, confusion, pain. Yes, some narcissists feed on your downfall, and they usually operate with 4 pillars. 1. Seduction. They pull you in with intensity. 2. Control. They shape you without you noticing. 3. Gaslighting. They corrupt your reality. 4. Punishment, short withdrawal. They train you through emptiness. Now that you understand the engine, let's talk types. Type 1. The grandiose narcissist. The king. This one is the most obvious. The grandiose narcissist enters a room like the world belongs to them. They capture you with admiration. They make you feel, wow, this person is above normal, and your mind does something dangerous. You start competing for their approval. The king loves that, because the more you try to be worthy, the more they become your judge. Classic signs of the king. Always has a bigger story than yours. Interrupts naturally. Corrects you like a teacher. Devalues other people's achievements. Turns conversation into competition. Real phrases they use. I'm different. I'm not like other people. You have a lot to learn. If I wanted to, I could do that easily. That's not for everyone. They're manipulation, trick, teaching. They use 3 moves. Move 1, constant superiority. They speak like they already know the answer before the question exists. Move 2, humiliation disguised as jokes. They cut you while smiling, so you can't accuse them. Move 3, selective approval. They praise rarely, and when they do, it becomes addictive. They give crumbs so you work for bread. How to defend against the king. Tutorial. Rule: don't compete, don't explain, don't beg. Use short sentences. Okay, I disagree. I don't need your approval. That's your opinion. And the most important, never try to prove your worth. The moment you try to prove, you already lost. Type 2. The victim narcissist, the martyr. This one is dangerous because they don't look like predators. They enter as wounded, as misunderstood, as broken. They seduce you with pain, with trauma stories, with injustice. They give you an emotional mission. Save me. And once you accept that role, you become their slave. How the martyr captures you. They capture you with guilt. You become responsible for their mood, their self-esteem, their security, their happiness. And when you fail, you get punished. Classic signs of the martyr. Everything is hard. Everything hurts. They're always the victim. Everyone betrayed them. They make you feel cruel for setting boundaries. Are you real phrases they use? I always do everything for others. No one ever stays. I just want someone real. Okay, forget it. I'll handle it. I should have known you'd abandon me. Their manipulation, trick, teaching. 2 weapons. Weapon 1, victimhood as blackmail. They turn boundaries into abandonment. Weapon 2, guilt as a leash. You feel trapped because you fear being bad. How to defend against the martyr. Tutorial. Follow this structure. 1. Validate emotion without accepting guilt. I understand you're hurt. 2. Keep the boundary, but I'm not doing that. 3. Repeat without drama. I can't, I won't. End of story. The martyr wants emotional war. You give them a wall. Type 3. The covert narcissist, the ghost. This is the most treacherous type. They seem shy, polite, quiet, but inside, they're full of envy, resentment, secret competition, hidden superiority. They don't want to be seen as the villain. They want to be the good one, so they destroy with elegance. How the ghost captures you. They capture you with confusion. Nothing is direct. They never say, I want to control you. They say things that make you overthink. They use irony, sarcasm, passive aggression, subtle insults, punishment silence. You're never 100% sure they attacked you, and that uncertainty damages your mind. Classic signs of the ghost. Jokes that reduce you, poisoned compliments, constant hidden jealousy, calm blame, silent attacks with innocent face, real phrases they use. Wow, you're confident today. I didn't want to say it, but I thought you were smarter. Fine, do it your way. With contempt. You take everything too seriously. Their manipulation, trick, teaching, a lethal technique, attack disguised as opinion. They injure you, then call you sensitive for bleeding. How to defend against the ghost, tutorial. You do one thing that destroys them, force clarity. When they throw an indirect insult, what do you mean? If they avoid, no, explain what you mean. If they say, never mind, you say, then don't say it. This type lives in fog. You bring light. Type 4, the malignant narcissist, the predator. This is the final boss. The malignant narcissist doesn't want admiration. They want total domination. They often carry traits like coldness, sadism, pleasure in controlling, pleasure in breaking people, pleasure in seeing how far you'll go. They don't enter your life. They invade it. How the predator captures you. They use a 3-stage cycle. Stage 1, love bombing, the drug. They become everything you want. Stage 2, control, the leash. They start shaping your behavior. Stage 3, degradation, destruction. They dismantle your identity. They do it by alternating warmth, coldness, warmth, coldness. This creates chemical dependency in the brain. Yes, chemical. Classic signs of the predator. Constant mind games, jealousy used as control, subtle threats. You feel fear of making mistakes. They want control of your life, rhythm, and social network. Real phrases they use. You won't find anyone like me. Nobody can handle you. You're weak. I know exactly how to get to you. If you leave, you'll regret it. How to defend against the predator. This is not a debate situation. This is protocol. 1. Reduce emotional exposure. Stop sharing weaknesses. 2. Document patterns, so gaslighting fails. 3. Cut contact if necessary. 4. Rebuild a support network. They will try to isolate you. This type doesn't respect logic. They respect one thing: loss of access. Mid-video master tutorial, the narcissist map. Now, this is where you turn the viewer into a weapon, because identifying the type is good, but identifying the pattern is better. The map. 6 steps every narcissist followed. Every narcissist follows this sequence. 1. Idealization. 2. Intensity. 3. Boundary testing. 4. Control. 5. Punishment. 6. Guilt/confusion. 1. Idealization. You are perfect. You are rare. You are everything. 2. Intensity. It's too fast. Fast love. Fast bonding. Fast promises. 3. Boundary testing. Small demands. Small invasions. Small control attempts. 4. Control. They want access to your mind, who you talk to, where you go, what you think. 5. Punishment. Silence. Coldness. Emotional abandonment. 6. Guilt. Confusion. You accept blame. You doubt yourself. You become obedient. If you recognize this sequence, you never become a victim again. Practical test. The 3-button test. Want to know if someone is narcissistic? Press 3 buttons. Button 1. Say no. Not today. If you get punishment, red flag. Button 2. Withdraw attention. Reply slower. Don't validate. Don't chase. If they become aggressive, jealous, dramatic, red flag. Button 3. Disagree. Say, I disagree. If they react like you insulted them, major red flag. A narcissist doesn't hate disagreement. A narcissist hates losing control. How to win against a narcissist. Listen carefully. You don't fix a narcissist. You don't save a narcissist. You don't love them into becoming healthy. That's fantasy. The only way to win is to become uncontrollable. Rule 1. Stop justifying yourself. Justifications become ammo. Speak less. Speak firm. Rule 2. Boundaries without emotion. Emotional boundaries become arguments. Cold boundaries become law. Rule 3. Never explain twice. Say it once. If they insist, consequence. Rule 4. Don't fight for reality. Gaslighting is mud. You don't argue inside mud. You exit the mud. Sentence. I know what I saw. End of discussion. Rule 5. Remove access. A narcissist learns only through loss. Loss of attention. Loss of time. Loss of energy. Loss of access to you. Final noir ending. A narcissist isn't a storm. They're fog. They enter softly. They make you feel special. And when you realize you're living in a world that isn't yours, but now you know. 4 types. The king, the martyr, the ghost, and the predator. And the final rule is simple. If you don't learn to identify them, you become fuel. Subscribe and comment, I see. Because from today, no one enters your mind without paying the price.